welcome back to It Doesn't Get Brokered in This. I'm your host, Robert Kenneth Morillo with Aroa, Florida. And then my second angle, I just reviewed and my head is cut off. So we're going to see how that edit comes out since I am starting to do multi-angle shoots. See, I told you I was going to make it more exciting, right? So just going to try to keep y'all's attention. Um, Anyways, we're going into day 6, and it's probably going to be the only other day that I could record for today, which is fine. I got into a very extensive conversation earlier. So welcome back. Welcome to day 6. I'm going to get into reading the email per usual, watching the video, and then reflecting to see what happened, see how I felt about it. So, all right. This was at September 6th, 6:14 a.m. Good morning, Aroa. Forgot to drop this message before the gym. Quick note, because I'm hopping on the skin in the game call. Love you. Have a great day. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going into day 6. Got a good night's sleep last night. Woke up at 4:20. Went ahead and brushed my teeth. Got ready to go to the gym. Went to the gym. They didn't say anything today about my 2019 membership. So I went ahead and got my workout in, got my shower in, got out. Now I'm here, pulled up to the McDonald's for the skin in the game call. Gonna hop on the skin in the game call and then get ready to get the girls for school. So super grateful for yesterday's mindset call with Vicky. I'm glad that the opportunity there was there to open up. It was a huge relief to get that off my shoulders and off my chest. And now just moving along. Got 25 CMAs printed and gonna be doing those drop-offs today after getting the girls to school. Love you. Have a great morning. Great day. Bye. Okay, so yeah. All right, so little by little, I guess it's definitely gonna come out about which program, which real estate coaching program I decided to commit myself to. But I got on the morning skin in the game call, which I'm totally grateful for. Um, you know, uh, uh, Day 5 fell on a Tuesday, so the day before this, on day 5, we had the managing your mindset call, right, which is part of the coaching program on a weekly basis. And this reminded me that I basically, before I knew I was going to crash and burn, right, like I mentioned before. So before the crash and burn and this particular circumstance, my whole thing was, how am I going to be able to move forward without anybody knowing my situation, um, and or being able to detect that I am dealing with such adversity, right? So it was more like, how am I going to hide this aspect of my life? And while it was crucial for me to kind of, you know, not be exposed. Let's just call it not being exposed, right, to anybody. It was more important that I revealed some vulnerability, right? And I decided to do that on the Manage Your Mindset call. And lo and behold, while I don't consider myself to be a crier, I wound up crying and being totally vulnerable to that group of people that were on the call on that particular day. And oh gosh, just to know that those calls are recorded is crazy in and of itself. But either way, allowing myself to be vulnerable and to be real, be authentic, actually helped a whole lot more than just trying to hide it. And the fact that I was starting to document these little videos, the emails, and knowing that eventually I was going to tell the story, um, actually helped me with like understanding, hey, I'm not alone. I have resources. I have a group of people who not only relate, right? More people than I anticipated related, but also more people than I expected supported, right? In that moment in time, which I couldn't be more grateful for, because it was definitely a weight off of my shoulders, and it helped a whole lot to be real, to be authentic, to I guess be inspiring, right, to others. And in fact, one of one of one of those members of the group, right? Someone I guess now that group, I guess I would consider colleagues, right? Um, actually opened up to me, and you know, she mentioned that before I even started speaking, right? Because I'm always on a positive note. I'm always, you know, preaching positivity, and as I mentioned before, being overly positive, sometimes people can receive that in a negative way, because it's like there's no way, it's, you know, to be too positive, I guess, could have the reverse effect on people who are in a position where they can't see, they have no hope, they don't have that level of positivity. But even she had said to herself, like, oh gosh, would he just keep it real? And then lo and behold, I kept it as real can get, right? So it was a great call. I felt great about sharing what I was experiencing. Um, Although my original plan about all of this was, all right, I'm not gonna discuss this, I'm not gonna share this with anybody until I'm over it, right? So let me tell you something about what I'm trying to do now. Right now, I'm in day like I said, 87, and I'm trying to go. I'm not. I mean, not trying to go. I'm in the process of trying to eliminate um, homelessness immediately, right? However, due to my situation and circumstances, I know it has to be something that happens progressively. So it's all about the little things that I'm doing now, in order to transition into home ownership, right? So right now, in this moment, I have already looked at an RV, right? So I'm deciding to, you know, bringing you guys up to speed, and what I'm going to discuss into further detail is that I'm looking into an RV, and this, how day 6 relates to this is that um, opening up, right? Opening up in day 6 is what allowed me to like understand, all right, while I'm going through this, what solutions can I focus on that would help me with the transition? And then it's what really opened my eyes, being able to share with others my experience and hearing their experience being shared to me is what allowed me to start keeping my eyes open to like, all right, what is perceptibly a far-fetched idea, but also within reach, even though it's not on my radar. It wasn't what I was planning for. It wasn't what I expected. So now, um, you know, it's the story is going to unfold to the things I started exploring as alternatives, right? While dealing with what I had to deal with at that moment in time, right? So, as I mentioned in the video, I got on the skin in the game call. That was something that I was doing daily, Monday through Friday. My choice of that call was to do the first one, which lasts from 6:15 to 7 o'clock. That starts, well, not starts, since I started the coaching program, that became a part of my daily routine, right? Part of my habits. Um, then when I dropped the girls off at school, after picking them up, I went and did the 25 CMAs, and then I spent the majority in this month while the girls were in school, and I did whatever I had to do in the field. I would spend the rest of the day in Panera Bread, planning, doing my video text messages, and making calls, follow up calls, focusing my time and my energy on the lowest hanging fruit and preparing for whatever appointments I had set up for that afternoon. So, like I mentioned, I was helping a client who was a referral to me from a past client to prepare her home for listing on the market. Um, and then we'll go into a little bit deeper into what happens because that particular deal has not been listed yet, and we'll, as days pass, I'll explain why and how, um, you know professionally, although a deal might be there and someone might be ready, willing, and able to get them the best results, right? It is my responsibility to help them prepare the right way before actually going on the market. So let's see what happens later on that night. Day 6. All right. Good night, Aroa. Tonight is just one of those nights where it's too hot to even breathe. LOL. Got around to meeting with Margaret for the listing paperwork, home staging, and home inspection today. Finally decided to gain clarity with stockpiled things I've been holding on to for literally no reason. I vowed to get better at letting things go, clearing up, and minimizing anything and everything that does not need to occupy space here. I claim to be able to detach from things, but finding myself in the position that I'm in now, it still seems I have too much. Anywho, I love you. Have a great night. Tomorrow's going to be a magical day. All right, let's see a little more on that after watching this video.
All right, so switching email accounts just messed me up because it removed the attachment. So I had to record another video. I just finished writing the email message. It is so hot. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Windows are cracked, but I'm not going to open them any more than they are now. Um, I wound up taking a dip in the pool instead of going to the gym and coming out here to knock out earlier. Um, I wound up taking a call with Jamel and discussing a couple of ideas around getting some business funding. And then what we're going to try to do is get the business funding to cure a couple of things with the credit and then go for the business credit. Um, and yeah, I think it's just shy of 9 o'clock and gonna be calling it a night. Already wrote the message before this and lost the previous video recording for tonight. So, peace. I love you guys. Bye.
All right, so yeah, that video just confirms, like I said, seeking solutions, right? Opening my mind up to possibilities. Um, I don't believe I had that confession with Jamel. I don't even think I may not have even told him outright up to this point. I probably will shoot him a video, being that I mentioned him in this video, right? So uh, open myself up to the possibility of business funding since I was able to figure out the cross corporate guarantee with the printer, right? I also before this, I had a conversation with another gentleman who I'll definitely be mentioning later. Someone else who I've partnered up with recently, who is also a professional in the business funding industry. So, pretty much, uh, I wanted to see about business funding for two main reasons. One, to secure an office for myself, as well as the RV idea and concept, right? And pretty much I also did not go to the gym that day. So, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but the gym at this point is a hit or miss. So there was just some times where I just didn't know if I should go or not go. So some days, like this one in particular, I wound up going into the community pool for an evening swim and the pool shower before calling it a night. So this particular day, I mean, it was September 6th, still summer. Summer can be year round here in the state of Florida. So it was super, super hot. It was like no matter what I did, uh, it was hot. The AC in the car didn't work. So being in the car with the AC on was not an option. And I did not want to crack the windows open too much. Fun fact about me, I have a fear of frogs. For whatever reason, I've had one too many experiences where frogs kind of like haunt me. And one of my biggest fears, being so close to the lake, was that a frog would creep through the window, fall on me while I'm sleeping, and freaking disturb my sleep. So maybe I'll share some of those frog stories. There is more than one um, later on down the line. So yeah, this was day 7. We're gonna go into day 8 and beyond in another day. I don't have any more time to move forward with any other episodes. So while we're here, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know, are you afraid of frogs too? Do you have a fear of frogs? If you were in this situation, what would you have done? Would you have opened the windows all the way? Would you have sold the car for gas money? Or would you have just closed the windows all the way and sweat like a sauna? Feel free to comment below. I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Peace.